Hello everyone, this is The Stallion, and I want to talk about a movie I just watched recently called Milk. Harvey Milk is the name, starring Sean Penn. He basically plays a true-life person by the name of Harvey Milk, who is a flamboyant homosexual who becomes a political activist at 40 years old. Quite a few times he fought and went through obstacles and challenges in order to become the man that he had become. First, he started out trying to help out with gay rights, civil rights within just his own neighborhood, and then it reached out farther and farther. As his voice became stronger, the voices of all homosexuals in the community came out and could be heard throughout the United States of America. He stood up for blacks, he stood up for Asians, he stood up for any minorities out there, including disabled people. In those times, which wasn't too far away, back in 1978 all the way through like the early 80s, a lot of things were going on. Racial tension, you name it. Well, the man, he not only fought for homosexuals, but he fought for life itself. He fought for a purpose, to be able to live and to exist. One of the things that the Christian community wanted to do was they wanted to make it to where all the homosexuals who had jobs, whether they were teachers, construction workers, you name it, they wanted to put homosexuals out of business. They also wanted to make it to where homosexuals couldn't live in normal housing and such. Now this reminds me, because in my day and time, I actually got to thinking to myself, wow, the world really has changed. I got to thinking, you know, anybody can come up and they can say whatever they want, they can talk about it. People can be gay, people can be black, people can be Asian, people can be any skin color they want, and they don't have to worry about it. And it's just less than 15 years that a man who fought for homosexual rights was assassinated right in his own office. It's ridiculous. By a guy who was also fighting for his own agenda, a politician. And it's interesting when you think about it. Not so long ago this happened. The Christian community actually stood up and said that homosexuals were sick, they were wrong, they were bad, and they did not deserve the right to even have a home or to work. Now, if Christians seem to have done this historically, where they also felt this way about the blacks, they also did this to the pagans, and they've done this over and over as well to atheists and agnostics. Now, what this proves to me, without a doubt, that if Christians had the power, if they had the ability, if they had the control that they had long ago, they wouldn't hesitate to put atheists and agnostics and deists and pagans and anybody that does not coincide with what they believe in. They're more than willing to ruin lives. They're more than willing to destroy people's very existence. So what can we do as a people to ensure our civil rights? What can we do to ensure that we always have the freedom of speech, the freedom to be able to exist, to be able to live out our dreams and do what we want to, morally, of course? What can we do? We need to be strong. We need to stand up for each other. For the people out there who wait until the last minute, are the people out there who live in their own delusions, stating that, oh, I can never have my rights taken away. I can never have my life taken away like that. I'm nobody. I'm just some little guy in the closet, or I'm just some little guy who nobody even notices. That's the problem. That is one of the reasons why Christians and people who are political are able to get over on people. Because a lot of people think, it can't happen to me, it'll never happen to me, so what do I have to worry about? Why should I stand up for the gays? I've heard a lot of atheists say, why should we bother doing this? Why should we bother dealing with the homosexuals? We've got our own problems and our own situations. Well, one of the ways to actually make movements and make changes is to actually find allies, to make friends with people, to try to understand where other people are coming from. Heck, there's even some Christians out there who actually agree with atheists on a lot of different levels. There's a lot of religious people out there who do accept science and do accept evolution. But there are fundamentalists out there who have a great deal of power and a great deal of money and followers to back them up, just like many other groups. And I think that we should be concerned. I think that we should worry about what's happening, and we should try to help each other. We should try to help the homosexuals have their right to be able to get married. We should continue to support women's rights to do with as they want to with their bodies. If they choose to get an abortion, we should stand for that. And so on and so on. Because if we don't fight for other people's rights, nobody's going to fight for ours. And then after it's all said and done, nobody's going to have rights, nobody's going to have freedom, and we're all going to live in a planetary prison. You've been listening to The Stallion. Peace, bitches.